welcome to the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Porsche. Coach Swack will be here in just a moment, and it's high school football playoffs. The 5A Bidistrict round begins tonight. Game one of our Thursday-Friday doubleheader on EATEL. East Ascension on the road here at Rebel Stadium at Turlings High School, which is the home of the Southside Sharks, the 16 seed. This is where they play their home football game. So we'll have the pregame and the starting lineups and everything in just a moment, but we'll take a break right now. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at RossDowningHammond.com, RossDowningGonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyra Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
Welcome back. We're at Rebel Stadium at Turlings Catholic High School for the Southside Sharks 16 seed versus the East Ascension Spartans, the 17 seed. You see East Ascension right there. This is the first game of our Thursday-Friday doubleheader playoff action. Tomorrow we'll be at Santa Maria for H.L. Bourgeois at Santa Maria, but the two teams will be coming out shortly. And, Coach, let's start out by taking a look at the coaches and the playoff notes for tonight's game, and there's a lot of them.
Well, I'm going to just tell you,
this is what it's all about, Jeff.
Yep.
This is what a kid, starts working December and January in the off season, all through the summer, coaches and players, and then you have the 10 games in the regular season. Not everybody got to play 10, but you are here for one reason: to get in the playoffs and give your team a chance. And that's what both of these coaches, Coach Darnell Lee in his 6th year, you see his record 43-22 in the playoffs 6 years in a row, 6-5 in the playoffs. And I feel like I've been watching Southside since they opened up the school, I think 5 or 6 years ago. And they started playing JV football. I saw them play against my grandson when he was at Notre Dame, and now the last 3 years they have made it to the playoffs and are 0-2 in the playoffs going into their 3rd year. So you talk about this is a seeding process, Jeff. Mm-hmm. You got one that is the 16th seed.
Yep.
You got one that's the 17th seed, and they both have 3 losses on the year.
Right.
So just like that seeding deal, it's going to be a toss-up tonight to see just exactly who's going to move on to the next round.
And it's not necessarily an upset if East Ascension wins tonight because they're so close. The big difference, East Ascension lost their first game of the season. They did not play. That game was supposed to be against Zachary High. And then they had an open date, as you see Southside take the field first.
Well, I would like to say the Sharks are swimming onto the field, but not so, but they are running, and they have had a tremendous year this year.
Yep.
7-3 the record in the South West portion of the state 5A, and I know your teams like Barb and Sulphur, a little bit down this year, and here you see the Spartans, Darnell Lee, 6 years in a row in the playoffs. The Spartans, led by their famous flag bearers, running onto the field, and the Spartans following them to the sideline.
And you can see on the visitor side, well represented by the band and the cheerleaders and the dance team. So we've got a great game coming in just a moment. And Southside's a really hot team. They play in a district with Acadiana. They finished 2nd in district to Acadiana, and that's almost always the case. Acadiana's going to win that district. Since then, they've won 5 in a row, and they've been scoring 30 and 40 a night as you see the captains coming out to the field.
And here for East Ascension, you have
number 8, number 4, and number 7, and that's Braden Robinson.
Well, you got Dunn, he's your quarterback.
Yep, and Kendrick Broussard, the DB.
And 99-5, 74, and 6.
So you got Trent Gilbert, 99, 74, Dante Jordan, number 5, Jake Held, and number 6, Jalen Jones. The national anthem in a loud Southside crowd. And let's talk about East Ascension for a second, what this game means, Coach Slack.
Well, we're sitting here watching the official, got a nice little close-up inside there. explaining all the ins and outs, who the visiting team's going to get to call, and that'll be Dutchtown, and they'll have a few choices.
So East Ascension will. And I want to talk about one thing here tonight. It's 17 versus 16, and obviously East Ascension needs a win to get the season to continue. But the nice thing about being a 17 seed, if they can win here tonight, as it looks like Southside has won the toss, if they win tonight, they're going to get the 1 seed at home, most likely, if the 1 seed Zachary wins. So that's a big thing to have if they can win here tonight.
You know, there's no doubt, and you see the official right here. Southside has declined to the second half.
Yep.
So East Ascension's going to receive the ball. A lot of times you say, why do they do that? Well, when you're real good on defense, you feel like you can beat anybody on any given night. And if you go 3 and out, it's almost like you're getting the kickoff both the first half and the second half.
And it looks like it's going to be strength versus strength on the other side of the ball, as, of course, East Ascension has a very strong defense. They're missing a couple of players tonight, but Southside has a very strong offense. So it's going to be Southside's strength against East Ascension's strength when they get the ball. But first, East Ascension's going to get the ball on offense.
Yeah, and defensively, you're going to see Southside. They basically play the same defense as Santa Monica High School. And they basically play the same defense as East Ascension did to start the school year, the football season. And that's going to be a 3-man front or a 5-man front, depending on the formation. And except you're going to see on the offensive side that Southside is running the triple option, very similar to the Army-Navy personnel. And, of course, East Ascension is going to be spread and wide open on the offensive side. Here we go.
And the opening kickoff, and there will be a flag as a Southside Shark was about 3 yards offsides on that one.
This is probably seriously aggravating to a coach. I mean, this is as simple as it gets.
Yep.
So if you get down the field a yard further, is that really going to help your approach here?
Not really.
But I can tell you this, it brings it back. And so that's not a good way to start anything.
And it's going to help East Ascension. They're not expecting a long kick there. Deep back is lined up at about the 13-yard line. So if you get about a 15, 20-yard return, they're going to get really good field position right here. So we're ready to go. Take 2. Opening kickoff.
Boy, if you catch it right there between the 10 and 15, you're definitely going to be able to have a nice return. Nice kickoff right there to the right side of the field.
And it's at the 13, and it's taken by the right side back, and it gets it to the 41-yard line. So that's going to be excellent field position, Swack, as we take a look at the starting offense for East Ascension, and they're led by quarterback Troy Dunn. And the running back will be Walter Samuel. Receivers Mitchell, Mack, Jupiter, and Starks. Offensive line Richardson, Banks, Ennis, Gray, and Jaden Jackson.
And watch number 99, big nose guard, 300 pounds. Could be someone you have to deal with. As you can see, basically a 3-2 look right there with outside backers and a cover 2 look defensively.
Expect to see a lot of Samuel in the backfield, although he's been injured off and on, so we will see. First down, pass complete to Jupiter to the 45, to the 48. He gets a good gain on first down as we take a look at the Southside defense. And as Swack said, 3-4. Caden Rivers, Josh Rodriguez, Trent Gilbert, Baptiste, Jones, Luton, and Gill out at linebacker. Cornerbacks Colbert and Collins, and then the safeties Held and Jones. Second down and 3.
Boy, Coach Lee's got to say, nice way to start this thing because we didn't complete too many passes last week against Santa Monica.
Very disappointing offensively.
Here you ought to run to the left.
And they're going to look right now. Dunn's going to keep it. He's got room on the right, and he's going to get the first down, possibly. He's right at the spot, past midfield to the 48.
I think it's going to be a first down. I see that line judge over there flagging him down.
And he just gave the mark.
Dunn, there was a mix-up on the outside with number 12.
Alan Starks.
Wanting to throw a little quick little pass out there to Starks, but he evidently didn't get the message.
But it was a good read by Dunn, as the entire right side of the field was kind of open enough for him to get about 3 yards, and so he just went and opted for the first down. Jupiter's in motion, and there's Samuel, and he runs into a brick wall. I think he ran into the big man, huh?
Very good job by that front wall. Hey, look, it's man on man in this game right here, Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah, because East Ascension can line up with just about anybody in the state at the high school level. And Southside's in the same boat. It's pretty obvious that, their three linemen right there can make some things happen, but this is a long game. A lot of things can happen with Samuel in the background.
We're going to credit Colin Baptiste, number 1, with the tackle. Second down, quick pass, and that was blown up and incomplete as Jupiter was trying to make the block downfield. He was blown up, didn't make the block, and then he dropped the ball. The receiver, number 3, Brennan Thompson.
Well, a very good job. Watch this right here. Comes in. This did not maintain control.
And it's loud in here.
Well, you have a 3rd and 9 situation. You got the wide side of the field to the left.
And you can see the camera shaking. The cameras are on the roof of the press box, and it's loud and noisy. It's shaking right now. 3rd down, deep pass downfield, wide open, and it's caught out of bounds, and it's a catch at the 7. 1st and goal. Brennan Thompson with the catch, Swag.
Thompson right here. If you get the camera on this, it's like he goes by him, and I know the receiver, the DB's thinking I got help over the top, but he didn't have any help over the top.
No, he did not.
And boy, nice throw by Dunn. That ball's either going to be dropped or caught. Mm-hmm. And you have that thing led on the outside, and nobody's going to come over the top and interfere with that. Here you got tight ends into the game on both sides.
And 2 receivers, Thompson in motion. There's Samuel down to the 2, and he reaches over, and he is in for the touchdown.
Power football by the Spartans right here on the goal line. 2 tight ends, and I want to just check this. Is it a tight end or is it 2 offensive linemen right there? It's tight ends right there.
That was Jaquel Mack.
That Mack right there. Everybody just kind of eased on down inside blocking, and I'm going to just tell you, Samuel right there says, this is going to be kind of easy right here. And now you got the money man. I referred to him. The extra point here, 21 out of 25 on the year, Jeff.
Let's see whatever
and
can do.
3 field goals on the year.
If they get the extra point here, they've scored more than they scored all of last week against Santa Maria, and it's no good. So they're at 6, but that's 6 early. 6-0. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
6-0 East Ascension. That's big right there, Swack, for Troy Dunn, because he got a couple of completions. He's got his confidence back after a rough week last week.
And look, the long pass, the receiver just gets wide open. The pass is right on the notch, but a heck of a catch, I will say this.
Yeah.
And so I'm really kind of excited for Dunn to start off on the right foot this week.
And that's a nice return to the 30-yard line by number 2, Aaron Ford for Southside. As we take a look at the Southside offense, and they're led by number 13, Landon Baptiste. And they got a lot of slot backs. They run that option like you were talking about. Fullback Tommy Ransonette. Then you got Aaron Ford and Brock Jones. They got a couple of receivers, Velada and Sonye. Then you got Hemphill, Kimball, Domang, Ardwan, and Jordan. And it's 1st and 10 for Southside.
Well, you're going to see tight ends almost on every formation and wing backs on. Here you got 2 wide outs, 2 wing backs, probably going to the wide side of the field, and there they go.
And that's a short run by number 4, Kenneth King. He's one of the backups. And let's look at the East Ascension defense on second down. Sidney Joseph, Aiden Joseph, Thomas Lee. No Alex Lambert tonight. Carter, Burfict, Hayes, and Mack. And in the corners, Bolden and Walker, Thomas and Broussard at safety.
And I'm just telling you right here, well, East Ascension's in their 4-3 look that they changed to a number of weeks ago.
And Burfict takes down, and a late push. And you got to be careful. There might be a flag right there.
I missed what happened at the end right there. That's a little fake. And the quarterback just kind of follows him up in there.
And you can see the late push right there. Good thing that there was no penalty for the East Ascension.
And this is what this offense lives and dies on. 3rd down and 2 or 3.
So let's see if they can make a stop. They got 4 down linemen, and it's a handoff up the middle, and that's a first down. Just power football right up the middle.
And that offensive line right here in East Ascension, I'm not really that concerned right now because you're not making any big plays. But I'm going to just tell you, the East Ascension linemen have to get used to the blocking scheme. They have to get used to what's coming at them, the snap count and things of that sort, in order to be able to participate on each play.
Kenneth King got that carry, and he's right behind the quarterback. And this time the quarterback is going to be thrown back. Baptiste is going to be tackled. It looked like number 1 makes the play, Antoine Foster.
And this is what you call the triple option, Jeff.
Yeah.
The quarterback can give it to the dive, the quarterback can keep it, or the quarterback can pitch it. And you know what? You don't have to be perfectly right all the time. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you, when you're right, usually good things are happening for your offense.
Yeah, and you see East Ascension, they're really aggressive out here. And they're taking these backs and throwing them to the ground and punishing them after their carries.
Now you got a little tight end.
Nearly offside.
No tight end on the play. They pitched it out there.
And the pitch, and that's going to be about 3. Brock Jones on the carry, and they're looking for a flag. Did not get one. East Ascension was fortunate that they were not offside, and there's the flag.
Well, I see what they're right there, but they made contact all the way in bounds right there, and we got a flag on there.
Yeah, the penalty is a sideline warning because they were just everybody, the whole team, and the coaches are saying, "Get back, get back." I think the players are trying to yell at their refs to throw a flag.
If it was on the other side, the other team would be doing it. That's why they have that famous sideline warning because they don't feel like it's a 5-yard penalty. And I'm sure nothing real bad was said to the officials.
They're just trying to lobby.
You got trips to the field right here. Let's see what happens. Maybe a little passing situation, 3rd and 8.
And they're going to keep it, and they stop them. And that's the quarterback on the keeper, Baptiste. And they're taken down by Foster and a couple of other East Ascension Spartans. They make the stop on 3rd down.
Well, what happens right here, Jeff, the handoff between the quarterback and the running back, which is called the mesh point right there, was the fullback or the running back's in charge of lining that up straight, and evidently they didn't communicate real well.
Okay. The punt coming from Gilbo.
Yeah,
it's going to roll.
I saw enough punting in the Notre Dame game to where they're going to do the little rugby kick, and they're going to kick it to the right most of the time right there. So maybe Coach Lee could put 2 people back there to return that kick.
And so they're just inside the 20. That's about the 19-yard line, about the 18.5. So East Ascension, their second offensive series, they scored a touchdown on their first, and Dunn and Samuel both look good, and that's a good sign.
So it's amazing in this game here, Jeff. Both teams look exactly alike. You got 2 wide receivers out here, all this stuff. But the wide receivers for Southside don't have to really.
And the pass downfield, and there's contact and a flag as they're going to Jupiter. And there was contact by number 3, Bryson Jones. I think
I like the play. Yeah. I like the play. Watch if we get this replay. Watch Dunn is taught to sprint out, and as he's sprinting out, look at the cornerback. what does the cornerback cover? Does he cover the short guy or does he cover the long guy? And it's up for the receiver for East Ascension that's running the corner route. He's got to beat that guy, that deep safety. And then, basically he had it, but you got a penalty on the play right here, make it a first down.
And there was definite contact. That was the right call.
Got 3 receivers to the wide side there, Jeff.
Yes. And on first down, Samuel, not much that time. He did get a touchdown on his previous carry, but that's going to be no gain, 2nd and 10.
A lot of those little crisscross plays are real big in football in general. And sometimes they call it a counter play, at whatever level you're at.
So it's 2nd and 9. They're going to give them about half a yard, maybe a yard. 7:05 in the first quarter. 6-0 East Ascension leading Southside.
What Coach Lee is hoping Samuel just breaks through that initial group and got a nice little run.
And that kind of gave it to Thompson. Spin move trying to get free, but that's a loss. Ran right into the coverage.
I didn't understand the play concept right there because you hand off on a speed sweep, and it looked like there was about 2 or 3 guys from Southside unblocked on the play.
And you're talking about Big 99. That was him right there.
And easily able to stop there for a loss of 1 or 2 where it's 3rd and 10 situation.
That was Trent Gilbert, 6'1", 310 pounds, senior.
Nobody wants to get tackled by him.
No. 3 right, 1 left, and they're setting up the inside screen, and that's not going to go far, but there's a flag on the near side of the field at the 41. Let's see what they're going to call. If it's against East Ascension, it will likely be declined.
Well, they got a legal procedure, and you already saw the South.
Eligible downfield, and so.
How do you have an eligible downfield on a screen pass?
I'm not sure, but apparently they're offsetting. No, it's a decline penalty. Okay, yes. I thought they had called another sideline warning, but I was mistaken. Not sure. I thought they called an eligible downfield. That's what they.
Well, that was a signal, but when you throw a screen pass, your lineman, unless we're in the NFL, am I at the right stadium?
I think so.
All right.
Turn to punt. And it's a good punt. Very good punt. Taken at the 20. It's dropped. And there's a fight for it. East Ascension may have it. I think they do.
They're telling you they have it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
I think they do. I think it looked like they did.
The referees, there's 4 or 5 of them. There's the ball right there.
East Ascension football.
Here we go.
Red zone.
We're in the playoffs here, Jeff, and I'm going to tell you, turnovers are crucial.
Yeah.
And boy, turnovers in this situation, in the kicking game, and the big thing right here is Southside. I know that you basically got to be sitting there and you got to say, we got to stop them right here. At least get field goal attempt right here.
Right. So it's 1st and 10 at the 18. East Ascension scored on their opening drive, punted on their second drive, but the punt was mishandled and East Ascension recovers.
Well, you got Brennan Thompson out here.
First down, Samuel gets a few. That's maybe a gain of 3, 2.5. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. So 5:22 left to go in this first quarter. East Ascension trying to take a 2-score lead with 6-0.
And Samuel, I'm going to just tell you, Coach Lee, and I agree with this 100%. Got to keep forcing that ball up the middle right here to make some things happen.
He likes to win that line of scrimmage. And there's a shot to the end zone, slips incomplete.
Yeah, you're going to see that, and I saw that a little bit last week on the turf, and you have turf here at Turling's Field. A little slip, but it looked like he could almost catch it right there.
Yeah, it looked like a little corner route to the end zone.
A little back shoulder throw, maybe.
Yeah. So now it's 3rd down. They're in field goal range. Kern made a long one last week. Actually, a couple.
Kern's got all his field goals are 30 or better.
So now looking, and he's going to keep it. He's got room. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. Breaks a tackle to the 2. And he holds on to the ball, most fortunately. That's the most important thing.
And Dunn does a good job keeping his eyes. Doesn't run outside. Run inside, Dunn. There he goes. Got a nice opening right there. Protect the football and does a good job going to the ground at between the 1 and 2 yard line.
And I want to put a star by that swag because that's the second first down he got on his feet. He kept the first drive alive on a 3rd and short, and then he kept it on 3rd and long.
And the most important thing to me, Jeff, is a lot of times when you want to run as a quarterback, you want to take off to the right or left. A lot of times it's wide open straight up the field.
And the tight formation pitch to Samuel, cuts inside, and he's in.
Smart play right there. I really like the pitch sweep. And Samuel says, I think I like it. A few less people that weigh 300 pounds or more out here.
And that's what you got to do. You got to take advantage of the turnover when you get it. They had the muffed punt. They get the recovery. They get points. And that is kind of similar to what happened with
and you know, we get our stat crew right here back in Gonzales. Talk about East Ascension was 0 for 3 in 3rd down situations, and Samuel says, I can get in here
and they
to make this a 2-touchdown lead.
And they get the 2 as Samuel dives for the pylon and gets it, so it's 14-0. As you look at this great replay.
He tries to go in like 2 or 3 times, and finally he says, I'm out of room right here. It does a nice job of, as you see, I'm sure he's watched enough ESPN, reaching out there with that ball. As long as you cross or hit that goal line, and you're in bounds, that's a touchdown.
And so let's keep it here. It's 14-0, and that's a quick start for East Ascension, and that's always great. And now let's look at the playoff history, and the thing that sticks out to me here is not only does Darnell Lee have the most wins in playoff history at East Ascension, he's also the only one with a winning record right now. So he's kind of taking his team to a new level, that's for sure.
And if we show Santa Monica tomorrow night, I'll be one of these other ones that you're talking about. So I'm going to tell you, Darnell's taking the team. You know, he's no different than any other coach, whether you're David Oliver or Guy Mastretta. You want to take that team to another level.
Yep.
And this is what he wants to do with this team this year.
And
did not have a good week last week.
No, he didn't, but getting ready for the playoffs. And they return by Ford. It's going to get to about the 26. It's a flag on the play.
We got Tyron Turner, wide receiver on the tackle, number 20. They're coming in right there.
So let's look at the official and see what he's going to call.
I'm thinking possibly, they waving the flag off, the white hat. Not real certain what the call was. I thought it might have been a horse collar. But, usually that is pretty simple to call when it happens. And the white hat's in charge of that. He waves it off. Let's go. Let's start. Here we go on the left hash. Usually in this triple option, people, they like to go to the wide side of the field. Jeff, and we'll see what happens here.
1st and 10. Man in motion. And it's a handoff up the middle, and that's King. And he gets 1 or 2. And one thing about this game so far, we're 8 minutes in, and East Ascension had no touchdowns last week. They got 2 already in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm going to just tell you, the most important thing for East Ascension to do is forget about last week. And you know what? It was kind of hard, I'm sure, going to school, going home, going out in the community. But here you are in Lafayette, Louisiana, playing in the first round of the playoffs, and you got to feel pretty good about yourself right now.
Absolutely. 2nd and 8. And that time the quarterback kept it, and look at that, 84. Thomas Lee Jr., homecoming king, just crowned him.
And, these dives right here, every once in a while you can break one, but this is usually just hard to gain yardage. And usually if your quarterback's gaining the yardage, it's going to be on an outside play.
in third and medium, it's kind of tough to get that if you don't have a good passing game.
Well, you know, a lot of times your good passing game is touchdowns in this formation.
Third down, and they're going to roll out. They're trying the right side pass, incomplete. And they're going to Sonier, but it's wide of the intended receiver, so it's another 3 and out.
Nice little job right here. So 0 for 7, and, you know, they're 3 and 0 or 3 for 3 this week.
So actually, that's the first 3 and out, as they did get a first down on the previous drive. So Braden Gilbo will be the punter, and Broussard's back deep to receive.
Let's see if Broussard will ease over there to his left and get that ball.
And they don't. It just takes that bounce and just keeps on rolling. It's hard to do anything with that. And it's going to go to about the 29.
Well, you're protected, and, you know, they have that fair catch thing. And, you know, you're on this turf. I saw Cole Poirier 2 weeks ago, I think, against Dutchtown, punted one, and it looked like it might still be rolling there at the pit on that that new turf.
And Curtin had one of those last week, a line drive, and it took a bounce all the way down inside the 5.
Vice Principal, Ms. Catherine Cassidy.
First and 10, and you got the 3 on the right side. And quick pass to Jupiter, and that's just a quick 6 yards right there. That's what you're going to give them 6 on first. Go ahead and take it.
Well, you know, this is all about it. You know, they probably sitting there saying, we saw Sanamaw do this to Dutchtown about 5 times.
Yep.
You know, you got 2 guys on 3 guys out there, and all you got to do, everybody runs a hitch, and you just read the inside guy, and if he goes outside, you throw inside. Now they're going to do the same thing to the other side. You got
great balance here tonight. And there's a draw play, and Samuel trying but cannot. And
nice job right there by Southside.
Yes.
Big man 99 on the play.
And also
Big Trent Gilbert.
Yeah. Also number 40, Tommy Ransonet. And they lose 2 yards. It's 3rd and 5.
Coach Darnell Lee calls his own plays as the head coach, offensive coordinator. He's got Coach Pilgrim as his defensive coordinator. Here comes some linebackers.
Looking like they're going to blitz up the middle.
It looks like they had the little, I call it the X stunt. Now maybe they checked out of it.
And quick pass, caught, first down.
I love the situation, Jeff. You know, you sit here and you take what they give you.
Yep.
And right there, hitch all the way across. And looks like Dunn right here says, I think I'll just wait on this basketball season another week.
Possibly. They're in good shape right now. And
we're just in the first quarter.
Let's talk about Jupiter. He's holding on to the ball. He's making big catches. He's getting hit, and he's still holding on to the ball. He's not afraid to go up the middle.
And Sampson's made a couple. I mean, not Sampson.
Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel's made a couple of plays.
But he can't get back to the line of scrimmage that time.
And, you know, he knows he's just got to keep working, because if he gets past this defensive linebacker group, it's going to be a big play for him.
They're dominating the line of scrimmage. One thing about East Ascension, that when you go back to the Woodlawn game, Woodlawn dominated the line of scrimmage for the first 2 quarters, but EA kept on going at it and going at it.
Southside's been outstanding on defensive front.
Pump fake, deep pass, way overthrown. Incomplete, going to Jupiter. That double coverage down there.
Yeah, you had a little double move with a little hitch and go. And threw it down there. Not catchable by no means, but it's not interceptable either. So
we got 3rd down. You know what that means.
And so it's 3rd and 11. Now this is where on the previous drive we saw Dunn scramble around and keep it right up the middle and get a first down. This is definitely a passing situation. So we'll see what Dunn decides to do.
You got 3 defensive backs over here.
This could be the final play of the first quarter, and he's in trouble. And now he gets away, but throws it, caught, and that's close.
Very close.
That's close.
First down
by Mitchell. Did they mark it? Is it a first down?
Well, let's see if he puts it down. If the The first down marker is on the white line over there.
He's spotting it past me. Is there a flag? There's a flag back there, so this might be coming back for a hold. So
yeah, we're worried about a first down, and they're fixing to get a holding penalty
this will probably make it
somebody on the offensive line.
So we're going to take a break right after the penalty.
And at the end of the first quarter, Southside
I believe that's what it is, a 10-yard penalty. So they're marking it off, so it's going to be 3rd and 20 when we come back. Maybe 3rd and longer than
Nice
that.
little scramble by Dunn, and you notice, Jeff, always keeping his eyes up the field.
We'll take a break, 14-0. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
Second quarter ready to start. Jeff Parish, David Swacker, the coach, with me here tonight. East Ascension 14-0 over Southside. 2 touchdowns, one on a sustained drive and one on a taking advantage of a turnover, and that makes our score 14-0. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd down. The ball's going to be 23. It looks like 3rd and 29.
And look, Jeff, we talked about the 3rd down situations, and I think they've been perfect. Even if you count that one, they just completed the pass.
Yes.
Now, this is a little tougher situation. Maybe try to get half of this if you can. Maybe throw a screen, maybe a little draw, because 22 can get you some.
And there's pressure, and it's caught, and he's got room to move. He breaks the tackle. He gets free and almost broke it for 6. That's a first down.
Running the lanes between tacklers. Nice little slant, and I'm just telling you, watch Dunn right here. He just steps up in there and, right around all kinds of defenders. A nice little slant route.
And that was a beautiful cutback, and that was Brennan Thompson, 1st and 10.
Speeding it up right here.
And that's been a problem for Southside, getting him off the field on 3rd down.
I tell you what, I love that 3rd down situation. I check it out all the time in the paper.
Pitch, Samuel, he's got room. Cuts outside, out of bounds, about the 36. That's a good gain of about 7 on 1st, maybe 8.
You notice.
Flag on the play.
22.
I love the situation, Jeff. Darnell, he says, we're not getting anything between the tackles. But when we ran outside a while ago, twice, now the 3rd time here, 4th time on a 2-point conversion. We're getting first downs and touchdowns and extra points right here. So
yes,
nice job right here, Coach Lee, on calling the plays here, getting the ball, and don't get frustrated that Samuel's not getting big production right now.
Not 1st and 20. He's going to stick with it up the middle a little bit. Like I was talking about finishing the idea about Woodlawn. They were able to break one up the middle later, and he almost broke one, didn't get to the second wave. He gets about 3. So it's going to be about 2nd and about 17.
Taken out by number 36 on the sharp, Lucas Harrington.
So a short gain after the holding penalty. Ball is past midfield at the 49. They got to get to the 33 for the first down.
And the time of possession's got to be outstanding here, Jeff.
Yes.
For the Spartans.
Well, in terms of number of plays, most definitely. Southside keeps the ball on the ground, so they may be able to run a couple minutes here and there. And now Dunn's looking deep. Now he changes his mind. Now he's looking around, and he'll just jog out of bounds, kind of push, but nothing serious right there. No flag.
Well,
gain of 1.
He had the vertical route called against 2 deep. Somewhere in there, one of those deep guys got to make a break off of there, Jeff.
Yeah.
You can't run the verticals with the 2 deep unless you throw it to the outside. And once you get that guy, somebody's got to make a left or a right turn, and you got to throw in between those two safeties.
East Ascension just converted on a 3rd and 29. Now they got to convert on a 3rd and 16.
Well, you can throw a hitch and pick up 10 probably.
Little lateral to Samuel and trying flag on the other side of the field, and I believe that's probably going to be a hold. Again, they'll decline that. It's going to be a punting situation. Looked like 75 Richardson had a little contact with one of the linebackers on the south side.
Well, first 3rd down conversion, that did not go their way.
Well, they did have to punt one time, but they've converted a lot. Done on the ground a couple of times. That pass that we just saw to Brennan Thompson. So they're about 3 out of 4, I believe, on 3rd down conversions, which is a lot different than last week. I believe it was, 0 for 7?
All right. I think a personal foul penalty. Is that what the call was? It looked like it.
I think it was declined.
And it was declined?
Yes. I believe it was a hold.
Kern? Yeah, maybe so. Kern, look how deep they are on the return game.
Yep. Well, they respect his leg. He's got a great one.
That's 40 plus yards.
Pressure gets it away. That's a good one. Look, it's
that's
where
40,
it needs to be.
43.
It's going to bounce inside the 10, or close to the 10.
Kern could be the MVP in this thing.
Yep. Well, he did miss that extra point, but his punting has been on.
You do not see that enough in high school football anymore. Of fantastic punts in this turf field. I believe it's going to really make punters a better average kicker with all this turf fields coming into play.
The one last week that we saw on the Santa Maria side, Poirier took one. It looked like a pitching wedge. He bounced it right out of bounds to 1. That was the nicest punt I've seen all year. But Kern had some nice ones as well. 1st down, up the middle. And they get good yardage on 1st. That's about 5. That's number 4, Kenneth King.
So, you're sitting there and you're looking at the offensive line for Southside, and they're coming off the ball. And the big thing here, now, they haven't had a lot of snaps like East Ascension has. And you want to kind of wear on that defensive line a little bit.
2nd and 5. They got a long field after that good punt by Kern. And it's a pitch. And that is red, and that's a loss back to the 10. Great job by the defense. Number 2, Ford on the carry. Look at Burfict and a couple of other defenders on that tackle.
And that right there, I think, was number 7 on the tackle, Broussard.
Absolutely. There's about 3 or 4 defenders. They read that perfect.
I'm just waiting for Southside to give a little play action fake, not on a 3rd down, on a 1st or 2nd down, see if you can hit that long ball.
Yeah. They haven't thrown a pass, one pass. And there's a quick pass inside. Oh, as he's grabbed down by the jersey. Who was that? I think that was Burfict again. And so it's 4th down and 13, and that's the thing that the East Ascension's been fortunate with is a 3rd and medium, 3rd and long, not a lot of 3rd and short.
Hey, Coach, how did this thing start? With 4 or 5 yards on 1st down.
Yep.
And got nothing after that.
Absolutely. This kind of offense, when you get it to 3rd and short, they've got the advantage.
You need to make sure that you catch this ball in the air.
And he does at the 43, and there's Broussard. Now he's trying to cut outside, and you got to make sure you don't get any illegal blocks right there. But that's Kendrick Broussard.
I saw a couple of well-coached blocks where you just kind of get in the way of the people. You can't waylay them on them anymore.
Yep.
Number 7 right there for the Spartans. Broussard right there doing a good job. Maybe picked up 2 yards on the play and ran for maybe 30 yards.
And
big series right here, Jeff.
East Ascension got a net 7 from where they ended their drive at that line of scrimmage was about the 49 before the penalties. As they were looking at that blitz.
Coach Lee got a little No play call, just to kind of see what's going on.
Split left, split right.
Looks like both linebackers are coming. There they go.
It's to Samuel.
Samuel on the outside.
And he finds the hole inside, gets about 7 or 8. And Swacky said it, they're kind of moving away from that inside, going outside, and they're getting good yardage.
And you know what 99 and the rest of the big boys got to do on those outside plays?
What's that?
Run.
Yeah.
And you know what? You run, and after a while, you get tired of running.
And then you start pounding it up the middle again. And Samuel's faster than them, so let him run.
All right, Big Mac over here in the slot. You can flip it out here, and he can probably get a yard or 2.
2nd and 3, wide open, and you just called that one. You get the gold star on that one, Swag. You nailed it.
Here I am in the booth.
Yep. You think you coached or something?
I'm going to tell you what I like about this one. If I was in the press box, I would say, next time we do that, Coach, you want to do that? Let's give a little pump fake out here to Mac, and you're going to hit that vertical, and he's going to be wide open because that corner is going to come off of that.
7:27, 14-0 East Ascension.
Now you run the ball here. There you go.
And now they try the middle, and he still gets a couple as number 40 rides him down. As number 40, we'll talk about him a little bit. Tommy Ransom at linebacker. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they have some nice high school football players. I mean, think about this. The school's been playing varsity football for 3 years and in the playoffs each year. That's impressive.
And that's not a bad district. I mean, you have Barb, you have Acadiana.
Lake Charles just got last 2 years.
Yeah, I know that the Hurricanes kind of messed them up, but still. There's pressure. Can he get away? No. Sack. Big sack. Back to the 38. That time they couldn't avoid the blitz. It's 48.
Well, not sure what Dunn was looking at right there. I don't like the way he's holding that ball off to the side, at the high school level, but at the other levels, they're going to slap that thing out of your hand in a second.
Corey Leday, the linebacker with the sack. So these are a couple of linebackers that aren't even in their starting lineups, and they're making big impacts out here. As it's 3rd down and long.
They've had too many of these, and they've been successful a couple of times.
23, and they're going to call a timeout. So that's a timeout on the East Ascension side as we're at the halfway point of the 2nd quarter, 14-0. We're going to keep it here. Let's talk about the season in 5-5A. And when you look at the district title, I guess you have Catholic on top there with the overall record, but technically Woodlawn won the district because they got the tiebreaker beating Catholic. East Ascension had a chance to tie them, but they couldn't do it last week.
I think the way that works, if I'm not mistaken, is that if you have a tie for first, now I know we have select and non-select.
Yeah.
So you consider that a tie for first, and basically what happens right there is both teams are considered a first place person, and I think the rules they changed them a few down the road a little bit. If you win district, you automatically go into the playoffs. Okay. And so I think that includes ties also. I know now you have select and non-select. You would go in 2 different directions. But now, to be honest with you, it's kind of hard not to make the playoffs. Yeah, whatever level you're in.
3rd and 23, rolling out, and now looking left. And there's Samuel with a route, and he's got room. He's to the 15, cuts outside, keeps on cutting, 10, 5, 3, and wrapped up from behind.
What a play. Coach Lee, I'm going to tell you, valuable timeout. Look at this throwback right here.
Yep.
Samuel, he fakes to him. He eases out here like it's a screen, except he's down the field a little bit more. I'm not sure if he could have scored by going straight or whatever. Doesn't matter. Look right here. Nice little block right there by 13.
And it just keeps on going outside.
Right
good,
there.
Great block right there. You're right about that. That's Starks.
That's Allen and that's Starks and Jupiter.
Samuel, nope, not that time. And the other thing about that play, That's the third time that it's been 3rd and 10 or longer. Second time that it's been 3rd and 20 or longer, and they convert the first
Well,
down.
you know, I'm sure if I went to practice this week, Coach Lee's probably saying, all right, let's go 3rd and 19.
Yep.
You know, not 3rd and 1. Let's go 3rd and 19.
Yep. That probably went 3rd and 26, I think.
Well, I know one thing. Pitch the ball to Samuel. Pitch the ball to Samuel.
You got a lot of options here because the quarterback is red hot. He had that one sack. They kind of broke the momentum, but he's tried to unsack maybe his best game of the year tonight. So
well, you got those two backs right there. There it is.
You called it, and they called it too. Looks like number 1 down there at the bottom.
Good job by Southside.
Yep. But they're just waiting for 3rd down, right?
Well, they need to have a holding penalty here and make it a 3rd and goal from the 15.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, that's probably not a really funny thing to say, but
I know.
You know, they gotta get in the end zone right here. You know, it's 14-0. This is a crucial play. Could be a pass
running
play.
That tight. They're running that tight formation inside of 4 minutes. And a pass in the end zone. Caught, touchdown. And that's the big man, the tall guy, Joseph Hobby. His first touchdown of the year. How about that?
Watch him right here. Just keeping low right there. You think everybody in the gym knew? On the football field knew that we're going to pass the ball. But let me just tell you, when you're 6'4", you look like a skyscraper in that end zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they just pass it down to the low post right there. So
there you go. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, just a little hook shot.
And it's good. 21-0. Let's take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School football game of the week.
In the second quarter, Southside 0. Yes, Ascension.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
21-0, and you were just talking to me during the break. This is kind of like deja vu for what you've seen here this season.
You know, I saw them earlier in the year, and then I watched it on film today. They scored twice on big, long plays, but, you know, the same thing over and over. You know, they could not make a consistent drive. And look, they're 7-3 on the year, folks.
And a flag, it looks like they're going to be offside. So this is not only is it killing Southside, it's killing East Ascension.
Well, you know, that's the head linesman over there, and he's saying, I'm going to earn my money tonight. You know, I can call offsides, and you know what? He's right.
East Ascension.
You know, this is a simple responsibility. We're right here on the 40-yard line.
Yes.
Guys, you got to stay in between the 30 and 35 here, and you cannot break the plane of where the ball's lined up until the ball's kicked.
And so,
see, you know, you got this situation, and Kern, he's going, come on, guys. I mean, I can kick it in the end zone every once in a while, but let's go lift in this thing.
Yep. So we're ready. 3:48 left to go. East Ascension has dominated this game, 21-0. And he
got to get down and cover this. Southside right here, coming to the wide side. Wide open, good eye.
One man to beat, he beat him. And there's 6. Southside with the score. Number 41.
Number 41.
Jaden Colbert.
Exactly what I said just a while ago. Long little reverse play offensively, kickoff return, and East Ascension did not cover in their lanes. And, I mean, this just made a nice little break to the outside, and there was no one. No one touched him. And go back and blame it on being offsides. Kern can't kick it in the end zone now.
Yeah, he got it down to about the 5. That would have been close. Now we got some late substitutions, and let's see what's going to happen.
No, it's not substitution. The defense did not come out on the field.
Well,
and you minus 3 or 4 players.
They came up with a kind of odd formation. Didn't know what they were going to run.
Well, you got the little swinging gate.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've actually done that this year. I would like to think they have.
Timeout called by East Ascension. So let's keep it here, and let's talk about the upcoming schedule for the game of the week. And we talked about it earlier. This is game 1 of our doubleheader. Tomorrow we're going to be at Santa Ma.
We'll be at Santa Ma, and they're wearing that turf out over there. One game, on the turf, and they're going to be sitting there playing HL Bourgeois. I'm going to tell you because I have relatives down in the area. That place was just demolished, by the hurricanes, and you have people, the kids that are still not going to schools, have a lot of tragic situations, home lives and stuff like that. All they do is count how many people here on the swinging gate, and if so, they just bring them over there. Probably got 2 or 3 or 4 different plays you can run off of it.
Extra point is good, so it's 21-7. We'll keep it here with 3:35, and we can kind of talk about that playoff situation. They had a tough year with the hurricane and everything. I'm from Houma, so I know exactly what they've gone through. But they were able to make the playoffs this season, so that's good for them. And so we're going to be there next week, tomorrow, as Bourgeois takes on Santa Ma. Now, Dutchtown's playing Acadiana. That's going to be a tough one for Dutchtown. Well, next week, though, if East Ascension wins, we're going to be there most likely. But if Santa Ma wins, the likely scenario is, they get the Dutchtown Santa Ma winner. Dutchtown Acadiana winner. So there's a potential in week 2 of a Santa Ma Dutchtown game.
And I like that word you say, potential.
Yeah.
Because as long as you have Sampson on your team, your potential is great.
Absolutely. But they're taking on a team that has won a boatload of state championships. So
and are playing real well towards the end of the year. I think the first of the year they had a few injuries, key injuries.
Well, they always start out slow, and they started out with Catholic early on, and Catholic's good. You know that. You've seen them. And
so we'll be at Santa Ma tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Get a doubleheader.
So you got a little tight formation here. A lot of times you want to maybe try to go outside here.
And there's a pitch. Samuel takes down a tackler and gets 6 or 7. There's 3:21 left right here. You had a 21-0 lead. Kickoff return made it 21-7. This is a situation probably where you want to keep the ball going.
Like Samuel right here. Get away from me, son.
Yep.
I mean, I'm telling you, when I saw him down on the field, walk by him, I want to say Mr. Samuel. But he is a very strong, physical guy.
2nd and 4. And a pass caught. That's a first down. Jupiter with the catch to the 46. And what you got to do right here, 2:43 left to go. They got to hold on to the ball and make sure that Southside doesn't get another shot at it.
One timeout left.
Jake Held and number 3, Bryson Jones.
What's the?
Is there a flag? Looks like maybe one on the far side.
On the play.
Ineligible downfield.
Wow, that's hard to do when it's a quick pass like that.
There's so many penalties on the East Ascension side tonight. That's been hurting them a lot.
And I call any penalty crucial, but I'm talking about real crucial for them.
Yeah. They had a chance to move the chains. And
see, I told you, like number 12, you saw him?
Yeah.
He's down all the way, the little fake and go right there to the wide receiver.
Clock's still running, 2:25. Low snap, he's got it. Deep pass. And a post, and it's kicked off. Number 5, Jake Held with the interception for Southside. And I was saying they want to keep the ball away from Southside and not give them a chance to score because you get the ball to start the second half, too.
Well, you watch right there. Nice little ball right there by the defender, number 5. Outstanding job, Jake Held. Now, you got, if you Darnell, you say, I need my defense to shut these people out.
Absolutely.
Because you know what's fixing to happen here to start the second half?
Southside's going to get the ball.
Southside's getting it. They may get the ball to end the first half and start the second half.
And that's why you defer it, because you got that chance to get 7 at the end of the first and get 7 at the beginning of the second. And there's a fortunate trip by the running back. King, it looks like he had some daylight.
King does an outstanding job getting behind that offensive line. Southside with 3 timeouts left.
They're in a hurry up. 2nd and 6. And
bootleg pass.
And a completion to 34 and out of bounds. Catch is made. First down, Southside, I believe. Got number 11 with the catch, Brock Jones.
So the sideline judge says first down. Southside, a nice bootleg right there. Kind of like a little flood formation or in the passing tree where you had one short, one long, and one in between.
So first down. In motion. And up the middle. Good yardage. King, 6 yards. 1:38 left to go. They have all their timeouts. Southside's got a chance.
I would be real careful about the long ball right here.
Yep. Second down. Fake. Going deep. And it's dropped. It could have been picked by Keith Thomas, but he just...
Good job. Looks like they had cover 2 or 2 safeties over the top.
Yep.
And Keith Thomas, number 11, outstanding job of coming over there.
And Saunier, the receiver, kind of running interference, trying to keep him from getting that ball. Third down, 4. 1:16 left to go.
Well, you have all that little quick motion, trying to get them to jump a little bit.
And all sides will be an automatic first down. Run up the middle. That's a close one.
I think it's going to be a little bit short.
Perhaps. Clock
we
running.
got a timeout.
No, they call a timeout.
Smart timeout right here because I think you basically. I think they're saying this is a first down.
It's going to be close. But the timeout's been called by Southside, and it is a first down. So we're just a minute and 10 away from halftime, and at halftime we'll have some halftime entertainment for you, and we'll talk about the first half and what we saw. Maybe talk about some of the playoff matchups around the state in Class 5A. And we may have an interview or we may not, depending on what's going on. So a lot of things up in the air right now, but we're going to have a good halftime show for you.
No doubt.
It's 1st and 10. Definitely got the first down. Ball to 44. Still got a long way to go. That's a handoff, and there's a lot of room. Cuts outside, and he's ridden down by Thomas after a first down. That's King again.
Number 4, Kenny King on the
And
Big 4, I'm going to tell you what, Kenny King, he looks like a king on that play.
Yes.
I mean, there's 3 or 4 defenders trying to tackle him.
And they don't call a timeout. The chains move, and the clock is running.
Well, after they reset those chains, the ball was inbound, so you got to roll.
And that's back. He's throwing left, and it's incomplete. Looking for number 19, Hudson Lotta. But that'll stop the clock with 38 seconds left. This could be the most important moment of the game right here because, like you were talking about, they got a chance to get 2 scores before EA gets the ball back, so they have to keep them at the end zone right here.
Well, you know, you talk about momentum. We've talked about that from time to time. And right now, Southside has momentum right here. East Ascension could stop this to start the second half by stopping them.
And a fake and a whistle. And let's see the penalty.
Flag on the play.
False start. That'll push them back 5. So they were moving the ball really well. And now you have an incompletion and a penalty. So now it's 2nd and 15. They're in a little bit of a hole right here. 36 seconds left to go. 21-7. EA dominate so far, or has dominated the first half, but Southside got a kick return for a touchdown, and now they're driving, trying to cut it to 7.
And you know what? Those plays, that kickoff return, it all counts in that score, Jeff.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter how much you've dominated. One big play and you're back in it.
21-7. Great ball game. Great crowd right here.
It's great atmosphere.
Both sides.
Rolling out to his left. He may keep it. Now he stops and throws. Up for grabs. Incomplete. No flag. And that's Antoine Foster.
Foster right there. It looked like man-to-man coverage. You know, you had the sprint out and you had the flood route with a short, medium, and long. Foster over there doing some push-ups on the field.
I was about to say.
Saying probably.
And there's another. I'm sorry, there was another flag. I didn't mean to interrupt you, right? So, I guess another ineligible downfield. They've called that 3 times here tonight. But that time there was a little bit of delay. I could see one of the linemen.
Well, you know, when you're a running team like this.
So EA's going to decline the penalty. 33 seconds left. They're going to opt for 3rd and 15. And they're going to probably pressure him to throw this football right here. Probably not a running down.
Is that 3rd down on that down box over there?
I can't tell. It almost looks like 4th. And maybe it's 4th down.
Well, the scoreboard says 3rd down.
Yeah.
The referee on that side, he should turn right now and look at it.
And the coaches, that's Josh Fondo over on the Southside side. I think they've got it sorted out. I don't think the officials have it right. Should be 3rd and 15. Looking for the play at the sideline. Landon Baptiste, the quarterback for Southside, number 13.
You got 5 seconds, and
they have to call a timeout. They're just kind of stalling. So, with this break, what we're going to do is we'll take a look at how the power rankings kind of sorted out in the top 10. And you're going to see Santamar got all the way to 10. West Monroe is at number 9, and Santamar had a shot at that spot, but we'll talk about the non-select later on in during the halftime. But we're looking at the top 10. I'm sorry. But West Monroe beat Ruston with a big upset last week, and they were able to leapfrog Santamar. And you look at the rest of it, Zachary number 1, Captain Shreve number 2. Zachary, the likely opponent of the winner of this game.
Jeff, let me correct something there. You go to West Monroe, you do not ever upset anybody.
Nope.
You're supposed to win every game.
So now it's a punting situation, so it was 4th down. I'm not sure what's going on.
Just let it go. Don't fool with it. Just let it go. Get away from it.
And that's a big break for East Ascension because they avoid that double dip score that we were talking about at the end of the first half, beginning of the second half. So if provided there's no turnovers or nothing unusual.
Well, you know, do you get under center right here, Jeff?
Well, if you remember, I don't. You were not there when they played against Brother Martin. They had a snap that went through the end zone on the shotgun.
I saw it.
Yep.
I saw it.
And
you know, but you can't hardly get in the end zone and take a knee. And I think he's going to hand the ball off to 22.
Yeah, there. And so
let's take that back. Darnell says get under center.
And last week, at the end of the first half, we talked about that situation as he gets a few, almost broke it. But at the end of the first half, they had the ball to the 1 yard line because Poirier had a beautiful punt that was down at the 1, and they lined up behind center right there too. And the clock's going to run out. And so we're going to go to the half. Been a fun half.
Good half.
Been dominated on offense by East Ascension, but that kickoff made a big drastic change.
It's been interesting to see what is, because, I mean, I'm just telling you, Southside was 7-3 on the year.
Yep.
And that's because they're pretty good on defense and they're pretty good on offense.
Mm-hmm.
So
this game is anybody's game right now. A touchdown at the beginning of the second half would make it a one-score game. So we'll take a break, and you're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
And co-captain Lawrence Evano. This summer, the Sapphires competed at UDA camp in the home routine competition where they placed first in their division. They were also awarded the Team Pullout Award and Superior Trophy, which earned them a bid to nationals.
Have a good time. Me want you wave your waistline. Me want you shake your behind. I'm in a dancing mood, girl, and I'm feeling good. This is my favorite tune. That's when you're dancing shoes. Give it up for your Southside Sapphires! Shark Nation, as the band walks onto the field, we'd like to give a special extra thanks tonight to our military veterans that are part of our Southside faculty family. With the following, please stand if they're in attendance tonight. Coach Mike Stelly with the Army. Math teacher Sheree Bashirs, Air Force. Paraprofessional Russell Stelly, Army. And head athletic trainer Mr. Terry Kimball, Army. Shark Nation, let's show some love for those Southside faculty members. And now, under the direction of band directors Billy Hockeppel and Chuck Gardia, your Southside High Marching Band will be playing Amazing Grace as a special tribute to all those veterans and family members of our in attendance tonight. Give it up for your Southside Marching Band.
Daily routines change, but the land stays the same. There's ground to cover, a herd to feed, and you still have to make it back in time to get a clean start on tomorrow. So run with us on a John Deere Gator, because being linked to the land means the work never stops. Nothing runs like a deer.
At Ascension Equipment, save more today and mow tomorrow.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
This
is a walk-on athlete. They push harder and put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
We're back here in Lafayette, Louisiana at Turlings Catholic Stadium. Bidistrict round, first round of the playoffs, East Ascension Spartans. You can see it, 21, and the Southside Sharks, 7 at halftime. I have with me Lauren Lambert Avery, principal of East Ascension High School, and very happy principal of East Ascension High School after this first half show by the offense and defense of East Ascension. Let's just talk about a couple of things, Lauren. Number one, last week you got to play, 2 weeks ago, let's say, you got to play your first home football game of the year. Tell me some things that led up to playing that game, and when did you get the knowledge or the okay from the school board and the powers that may be that you could play?
Yes, well, to say the least, it was a pretty exciting week when the first home game you're playing for the season on your brand new turf is also the Santa Maria game, where you're also honoring seniors for senior night, and you're honoring teachers for shirt off their back. So it was almost like we tried to combine 10 weeks of events into one game that is, obviously we believe the most rivaled game in the state. So
no doubt about that, and successfully did that also now.
Yes, we definitely tried. The field was a pretty arduous task to make sure that was ready to be able to play on for Friday. The decision was made on Thursday at about noon that they were more than confident that it would be ready for Friday. I learned all kind of stuff about how to create a turf field, but one of them is that there's a pretty serious set of steps that are taken to make sure that it's safe. So I think we got the official okay on Friday at 2 o'clock or something like that we were absolutely going to be able to play and we're ready to go. So we're thrilled.
Isn't it true to the rumor that you spent the night in the press box making sure that they had breakfast? Van Lambert did any cooking for the workers?
He definitely helped me out. We brought him lunch. I went out there pretty late several nights in a row to make sure that the field was getting the attention that it needed. And I have to tell you, the company was great that we worked with. We invited them to the game on Friday, and I walked up to them at halftime and said, "Do you understand why it was so important?" And it was about 5 of them. They all started laughing, and they said, "We have never seen anything like this." So I think they finally understood after they saw the energy and the synergy that was on the field.
That's outstanding. That is a good move right there, inviting those people. I'm going to just tell you, because it gets no better than the EA Santa Maria game. A lot of celebration, like you said. A lot of things probably needed a 2-hour halftime deal, but, you got it all in. So let's go on to the next thing. Here you are, principal, and it's not necessarily a new job. You were kind of principal of the freshman academy, and you understand a lot of the day-by-day things. But when you get to be principal of, let's say, 1,800 kids?
Yeah, I think we're in like 1985 or something like that.
I think that's like in the top 10 in the state.
We are, yes.
So what are the most fun things that you get involved in usually as being a principal? What do you enjoy the most?
I think if you ask any principal, I hope they would say it's getting in classrooms with kids. We have made it a point this school year to be very visible on campus, but to be visible in classrooms. That is absolutely our focus, to know what is happening in classrooms, how students are being challenged, how we are helping them, not only just become better academically, but are supporting them socially and emotionally. And so you can't do that if you're stuck in your office all day. So that's been our focus, to be in classrooms with teachers supporting students.
Talking about stuck in your classroom, your office all day. a lot of work has been going on around school. Tell me about, what are the plans? What are we trying to get to at East Ascension High School?
Well, there's a ton of excitement right now. We are able to really look at the blueprints to be able to see the beautiful buildings that are going to be built on campus. Right now, we are currently in the process of finishing up what is going to be the media center. So hopefully that'll be finishing up in the spring, and we'll be able to start the school year having classrooms and a brand new media center, tech center, which we're thrilled about. The process for tearing down the old school will actually begin over the summer as well. So we're a little bit of a construction zone right now, but I think it's going to be well worth it, and we so appreciate the efforts from the school board, but also from our community members and stakeholders for supporting the bonds that allow us to build that.
So that's amazing, Lauren. From the football field, you got baseball and softball. Now you're on campus. Maybe next year in your second year you can sit here and say, I can enjoy being here. We have with us Lauren Lambert-Avery, principal at East Ascension High School, giving us a little update on what's going on at East Ascension. We'll be back with our second half of our EATEL game of the week. Spartans 21 and the Sharks 7.
Introducing outage text alerts from EATEL. Sign up is quick, free, and easy. Stay informed, receive updates, and get emergency messages. Plus, our outage text alerts will notify you when there is a service disruption in your area. Sign up in 3 easy steps. Just log into your account, go to account settings, and select text notifications. It's that simple. So, sign up today at myaccount.eatel.com.
And I'm back, and thanks Lauren Avery for the update. Good interview, SWAC, and our score 21-7, 17 beating 16, East Ascension over Southside. Southside High School, a lot of people never heard of Southside High School because it's a new school, and it's a beautiful, beautiful school. Look at this place. I'm hoping that Prairieville High will look like that once it's finished, but you've been there. It's a beautiful campus.
Yes, it's totally amazing, Jeff. Mm-hmm. You got Lafayette, Baton Rouge, Lake Charles, Shreveport, Alec, Monroe, all your larger cities. Of course, you have New Orleans, and it is totally amazing. In Ascension Parish, we're fixing to build our second high school, and no one else is building a second high school in any of these parishes. I saw where Ascension Parish is the largest growing parish in the state of Louisiana. Totally outstanding. Yep. I saw JV games for 3 years, and now I'm seeing varsity games for 3 years.
Yeah.
Watching them play my grandson team at Notre Dame.
So let's look at what they've done in the playoffs.
All right.
So they started out in 21 here as a 16 seed, their highest seed yet. But then before that, they're 0-2, trying to win their first when they lost to New Iberia last season, 52-13 in the Bidistrict round, and then 2019. So they've lost to the 25 seed. They lost 55-21. So they keep on creeping up the rankings, and now they're second in district this season. Yeah, and Fondo's really done a good job.
Yeah, no doubt. He was head coach at Crowley High before coming over here. Well, they're getting kids from some from Acadiana, a lot of them from Como, from the south end of the parish. And I'm just telling you that there are schools in the state that haven't been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So what they have done here has been pretty impressive right here. And I'm going to just tell you, you just got to keep pushing your kids to get into that situation. Not having a stadium, I think that's almost ridiculous that the city of Lafayette cannot build you can build a school, but you can't build a stadium with the school, and everybody else has a stadium in the parish here.
Right, and we had overheard from the other announcing crews that they were saying that they're still trying to do some rebuilds and redos at the other schools before that stadium is built. So it may take a while. Here's the kickoff as the second half is underway. It's a short kick, pooch kick, So they're going to avoid the big return. That's what they're doing right there. As you see, a good tackle by number 21, Chase Bove. And so they're avoiding the big kick return. What I find interesting about this game, we're playing at Turlings. So Southside's really playing at Northside because you're about 2 minutes away from the Northside Stadium. So they have to travel a long way just to come to this.
They said 30 minutes to get here.
Yep.
And that's if the traffic's pretty good.
Yep.
And then you're sitting here. They're not going to play here next year, so it's going to be up in the air. Where's it going to happen?
Right. 1st and 10. And there's a handoff up the middle, a big hole. Nice run.
They've run that play twice, Jeff. That's been their second longest run, and it's both been on this exact same play where they faking that little toss sweep, and they handed it to the big boy coming up the middle, Big King.
And now you have a new back in the game. I believe that's Vernell Joseph, number 33 in the backfield behind the quarterback. So that was Joseph on the carry, and that's Joseph again.
Exact same play.
Close to a first down. That's what Southside wants to do. They want that 2nd and short so they can get 2 downs right up the middle and get that first down. They want to have that ball control with that option offense.
And if they feel good about it, the passing attack, and look, when I say feel good for them in the passing attack, I'm talking about the long ball.
This is a big drive for Southside because they can cut it to 7 right here. And that would change the complexion of this game incredibly. And 3rd down, that's at the line, and he gets past it.
Well, did the quarterback ended up keeping that one?
Yes, it was the quarterback, that piece from the keeper. I thought that he had given it to Joseph up the middle. That's a good fake.
Trying to go in the B gap right there. The quarterback, Baptiste, just a junior.
So that was a nice fake and a good job, perseverance, getting that 1 yard because it was tough. Burford dragged him down.
Now we've got some shifting going on where you have an unbalance to this side and you got to be going right.
And they got blockers ahead of him. Can he get outside a little bit? Gets a few. That's Aaron Ford, number 2, one of the slot backs. He gets about 5 on the play. So big gain on first down.
Well, if we see this again, they made some adjustments on the offensive line and basically telling you we're going outside. East Ascension did a pretty good job holding them to 6 yards on the play.
Nobody blocked Burfict, and he made the tackle. 2nd and 5. This is what you want. 2nd and medium, 2nd and short. Fake, and then the handoff inside, and that's Joseph, and it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and about 3, 3rd and 2.
You got that little reverse out, and you got that toss fake, and you're hoping those linemen maybe take a little bad step or the linebackers take a step, and if you can get by those 2 guys right there, you got a nice little run.
Now we see King back in the game behind the quarterback. So he replaces Joseph. 3rd and short. King, big hole, first down. Down to the 41. They're moving now, and it's all on the ground.
Well, watch the right wing back on this play. He lines up in the B gap. There he is, and they just isoing in on that linebacker right there.
And they get about 10. This is where the play action.
Now they're going to do it to the left side.
First down, and a hole, and just pushing ahead. Oh, look at this. 9 yards on first down, right up the middle, dominating the line of scrimmage.
And basically it's power football right there. There's no reads for the quarterback right here. He's handing that ball off. And whatever wingbacks line up in the B gap, he's leading in there as an extra blocker.
That's King on the carry, 2nd and 1. 8:24 left to go in the 3rd. Opening drive of the second half, EA 21-7.
Here they come. They ran out. Let's see if they run the same play to the right.
And there it is up the middle. First down, and then push back. He got to the 30. Looks like they're going to mark it just shy of the 30, but that's enough for a first down. So, Coach, they're dominating the line of scrimmage a little bit on this drive. They're playing for their lives. When do we see that pass that you were talking about?
Well, I would think Coach Fontenot is hoping this. I'm hoping that we get a big run here.
Yeah.
And here's your wing back on the left right here.
And they're still getting the holes right up the middle. He gets about 6, maybe 7. Kenneth King, and now they're kind of asserting their dominance right now on this drive. This is a very impressive drive by Southside.
Yeah, you see East Ascension making a couple of changes.
Second down, Southside.
2nd and 4. You see Foster and Joseph coming out like you were saying.
Here we go, ISO to the left.
And that's the other back up the middle. That's Joseph. And he's shy of the first down by about a yard. But again, 2nd and short, or 2nd and medium, 3rd and short.
Somebody hurt.
Taken out by Spartans number 43.
So we do have an injury. And so we're going to take an injury timeout and come back. You're watching the game of the week.
Daily routines change, but the land stays the same. There's ground to cover, a herd to feed, and you still have to make it back in time to get a clean start on tomorrow. So run with us on a John Deere Gator, because being linked to the land means the work never stops. Nothing runs like a deer.
At Ascension Equipment, save more today and mow tomorrow.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Help.
3rd and 1. Vernell Joseph, the running back, was the injured player. And a first down. 5 yards. Right in the middle. They're getting 4 and 5 every time they run that ball right up the gut.
And, they are challenging East Ascension offensive line versus defensive line. And you can throw in linebackers also. If you start getting a little tired, Jeff, you start getting a little bit higher. And, boy, when you get a little higher, you can kind of roller skate it out of there.
It's 1st and 10. 6.5 minutes, 21-7. East Ascension, Southside driving. And a handoff up the middle. And good yardage on 1st down again.
Brian Jones on the carry.
I don't know. I thought I heard a whistle, but apparently not.
Look at your clock here, Jeff. Little counter right here.
Yes.
Look at your clock. 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And this has all been Southside offense in this 3rd quarter.
This is the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. No passes. And off up the middle, down to the 1.
Number 4.
And they give it to King, and he gets another first down.
Congratulations to the coach for not, I'm telling you, the kickoff return is huge in this game.
Yes.
And the Southside coach Fontenot, they have not stopped what their game plan is, just to run right over you. And here they go to the right with this thing.
1st and goal. Touchdown. Kenneth King, and it's 21-13. It's a 1-possession game. Now it gets interesting, Coach.
And let's just watch the right guard block straight down right there. wide open, nobody in the B gap, no linebacker there, and King easily walks into the end zone.
This could make it 21-14. Let's see what they're going to do. Probably out for the extra point. There it is.
This could be a big extra point right here.
Gilbo up, and it's wide left. So it's no good. It's an 8-point game, and let's take a break. 21-13. We'll take a break here watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome back. We've missed you. We know it's been tough. Because rebuilding your business isn't for the faint of heart. Your business needs a jump start. And we're here to help. Introducing Surge, symmetrical speed fiber internet from EATEL Business. Revved up data speeds at 30% off, plus 3 months free. We're glad you're back, and we're here to make your business surge.
As a round game opening possession of the third quarter gives Southside a touchdown. Extra point, no good.
Well, these two teams have been in the playoffs. East Ascension 9 straight years. Last 6 under Darnell Lee.
Jupiter takes the kick to the 29. And as we talked about earlier, Southside, since they've been eligible, and since they've been a program, they've made the playoffs as well. So how costly is that extra point now, Coach?
Well, you see how long it took them to score right there?
6.5 minutes.
And not to say that they can't score, pretty quick, but that's their game plan, And so that means if they score again, I'm going to say they're going to go for 2.
Yep.
And that could be a crucial going for 2.
And quarterback keeper, nice move. And a nice cut inside. First down and more. Past midfield. He holds onto the ball at the 45. Dunn looking like a big old bruiser fullback right there.
Dunn right there. Not a good situation. He pulls the ball, and there's 2 of them right there, and he cuts up inside. But I'm telling you, the EA fans in the stands are really excited to see Dunn turn upfield for a nice long gain and a first down.
So it's first down at the 46.
This is the formation that I think creates some situations for him.
And Samuel knows his 2 and big 99, Gilbert. Can't stop him tonight.
Yeah, Gilbert right here, he's in the backfield. And when he's in the backfield, you see him cut through right there. Unblocked, not blocked, whatever you want to call it.
2nd and 12.
Both teams have a big 99. And right now, Gilbert is owning the line of scrimmage for Southside. 2nd and 12. He's had a great game tonight, just plugging up that middle. Now a quick pass. Caught. Dives forward and
good job by Southside.
That's
that should be a good little play for you right there. Just not doing a good job on that initial block right there.
3rd and 12, Spartans.
As you see 74, Jaden Jackson trying to block his man, but could not get there, and he made the tackle, and it's 3rd down. And they're going to say he lost another yard, so it's 3rd and 13. This is where 3rd and 13, East Ascension is not worried about that tonight. So
they're good in that situation.
And a pass. Incomplete, overthrown, trying to get it to Jupiter. Now it's 4th down. And now Southside's going to have a chance to
Southside all excited in the stands over here in front of us, Jeff.
They should be. They're right back in this game.
One team on the field.
But good field position right now. Good opportunity for East Ascension to pin them back.
Set to return.
You see Big Gilbert coming to the sidelines right there. 4 plays right there, Coach. 4 plays. That's all we gave him.
Yep. A big 3-and-out for.
Oh, getting way back there.
And the play clock did not run out. It's a false start. So that'll push it back 5. That's costly in a field position game, Swag.
Well, it's costly, but the one thing that you have going for you here is this punter.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, Kern told you could be the MVP of this game right here. And it could be just in these punting situations.
And it's blocked.
Oh,
it's blocked. And it's picked up at the 10. And does he go out of bounds or does he score?
Look at the white hat right there. 5-yard line. Boy, they're going crazy right here. Could be the MVP and not on that punt. Not 95. On that punt protection was not good.
95, Joshua Rodriguez with the biggest play of the game so far. Block punt down to the 5.
Kicking game. Kicking game, Jeff.
Yep. Both teams with a kicking error. You actually special teams has determined a lot of this game. You had the kick return, you had the muffed punt that resulted in an East Ascension touchdown. Now you got the blocked kick, and we might be tied in a couple of minutes.
And I'm telling you right now, this first play is going to tell me a lot of where East Ascension defensively is.
First down, and they're fighting a little back and forth, but they give them maybe a yard or two.
And if you notice, Southside has handed that ball off probably 90% of the time. And the quarterback has only kept it a few times, and I'm not real certain if I've seen a pitch yet to the little pitch man on the outside.
Nope. Second and goal inside of 3 minutes in this third quarter. Dominated by Southside. This game has changed a lot. Handoff, and he's in, and it's down to 2. And that 2-point conversion.
Big play coming up.
Kenneth King with a touchdown. Standing up. That's his second touchdown in about 2 minutes.
Boy, and I'm telling you, King is the man for that offense right there. You know, big 33 Joseph just went out just a little while ago, and they were having to help him off, so I'm not sure if he's going to return. But King is the guy that can, get behind the power of that offensive line.
They're going with King up the middle, right? 2-point conversion. They don't. They're going with the option. Now it throws it. It's picked.
And that means nothing there.
No, it's going to be a dead ball. But it does mean that East Ascension keeps the lead.
Yes.
So it's 21-19 after all that for nothing. And it's a 2-point game. We'll take a break. As you see on the replay, we'll take a break after that as they finally tried to throw right there, and that's the one.
Okay, East Ascension's defense came up big right there.
So
I'm going to just tell you, I'm not certain what the play was, but number 7 might have been carrying that rock right there.
Well, so we'll keep it here after all of that. And so let's look at some of the playoff as we look at the Bidistrict round. And let's look at the East Ascension bracket, at least on top. As you see, a win there, you would get, so you see the Class 5A non-select seeds, and East Ascension's at 17. If they win, they would get the 1 seed.
And that's going to be Zachary,
yes,
more than likely.
And you look over here, Southside is the number 2 team in 5A, and in their District 3 5A. Sulphur and Lafayette. What's interesting, Barb didn't make the playoffs. I know it's a hurricane issue too, but
Barb and Sulphur 6-4.
Yep. So there's the kick, and it's short inside the 20, and a big hole to the 35 to the 40. And again, the special teams makes a difference as Jupiter gives East Ascension good field position.
Yeah, they've been taking that thing and going down the sideline, and you're blocking is in the middle, and you see right there, and he does a good job getting past 40 to the 43-yard line. So East Ascension with about 4 plays here in the third quarter.
Right. They had the 3 plays in the block punt. The 3 and out in the block. No, they didn't get a first down on the Dunn's play. You're right, Swag, 4 plays. My fault. And so Dunn on first down, they go back to Jupiter. Hit hard, but a 5-yard gain. And they're proud of that, but it's still got a decent gain for East Ascension.
Nice play right there.
So it's 4 yards.
Blown up 20 now.
20. That's Derek Collins, cornerback.
Well, outstanding. He's the cornerback now. You remember what I told you about that receiver on the outside going vertical right there, and the cornerback comes off and makes the play.
And a handoff right into number 1, and that's not going to get you much. Baptiste with the tackle. Colin Baptiste.
Southside fans in front of us are going berserk. You know, that big hit right there. Derek Collins on that little swing pass.
It says third down. You know what that means.
Got him really fired up.
3rd and 7. It's loud. East Ascension obviously not afraid of 3rd and long. 1:27 left to go in the third quarter. They lead 21-19. And there's pressure. And he throws it out of bounds. Flag comes down
right there.
Flag comes down, maybe grounding. There may be a push. As Big 99 made contact. It's a personal foul, roughing the passer. Trent Gilbert, he made contact.
Well,
watch.
Right there, but he also threw the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
And that's intentional grounding. There goes the white hat's going to ask the side judge. Did you see what I saw? I didn't see the intentional grounding. I was looking at the.
Yeah.
So it's, basically, though.
This is an important call or non-call. And, yep, offsetting penalties. You called it, Swag.
And that is the right call for both teams right there. So, and you say, why didn't the white hat call the intentional grounding? Well, he had his eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah. And they want to talk about it to make sure that they all saw the right thing.
Officials did an outstanding job there, conversing. Nobody wants to be wrong here.
Yeah. That's a big break for East Ascension, though, because it should be 4th and about 20 right now.
Well, Dunn right here needs to rise to the occasion here.
Plenty of time. Caught. First down, East Ascension.
Nice crossing pattern right there.
13, Jupiter on the reception.
Jupiter right there. Nice crossing pattern done. And the protection offensive line. Look how clean the quarterback is.
Yeah, he had all day. He had the pressure from Gilbert on that previous pass. And look at Samuel. He's kind of limping to the sideline. That's not good.
Aaron Ford. No.
That's a Ja'Cory Johnson going to come in and replace him. Johnson had some big plays in the Santa Monica game.
He hasn't had any plays in this game.
And he got a big hole up the middle. And he's got a first down. And look at him. Samuel couldn't buy a yard up the middle, and then Johnson comes in and gets it.
You think Johnson was going, are you for real, coach? You're calling for me to run on the first play I got out of here?
Right, at 99.
And he slipped through there and made a heck of a play.
It's 2nd and inches, so may have been premature to call that a first down. And this is possibly the final play of the third quarter. This third quarter flew by. Handoff. Johnson, first down, still dragging. He's running with purpose, Coach.
Johnson on the carry again.
Fresh legs, and he's fired up.
Number 36 in the Sharps, Lucas.
As the clock will roll shortly, and there it goes. East Ascension doesn't have to run a play.
You have to be concerned about Walter Samuel.
Yep.
Not a major limp, but limped off the field.
Same thing happened against Sandoval. He was injured. He needed help coming off the field, and he came in a series later. And they're just going to opt for the end of the third quarter. So we will break. And it's a fun one. It's a close one. East Ascension 21, Southside 19. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
Welcome back. We've missed you. We know it's been tough. Because rebuilding your business isn't for the faint of heart. Your business needs a jump start. And we're here to help. Introducing Surge, symmetrical speed fiber internet from EATEL Business. Revved up data speeds at 30% off, plus 3 months free. We're glad you're back, and we're here to make your business surge.
To 19, East Ascension with the lead. And Coach, they were talking about this just now. Southside tried for the twofer against Ascension Parish tonight because if you did not know, Southside eliminated Dutchtown in the quarterfinals in volleyball earlier today.
Wow, Coach Pat Ricks.
But on first down, and I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Johnson right here.
Well, I think Johnson might be a shade quicker than Walter. Just a shade.
He finds that hole quicker.
But Samuel, I'm going to tell you, he's a man.
Yes. You hope he's going to be able to come back here tonight.
So this is a 2-point game.
Yep.
And if East Ascension would score, and I'm not real certain what's taking the time right here, but you're under 10 seconds in the play.
Right, 5-4. They get it off. Johnson wrapped up from behind that time. 99. Making his presence known one more time. Trent Gilbert in 3rd and 2.
Well, Coach Lee's got the Mules in here now. Look at 22 back in the game.
And the tackle actually made by Ransonet, number 40.
Well, all you run in here is ISO with Walter Samuel in there. You got 2 tight ends. It's man-on-man football right here.
Yep. And you got the big man, 99, up front, and he's keeping it, and he's got a first down. He's got more. He's in a 10. That was reminiscent of the Brother Martin game when he took the 4th and 1 sneak up the middle for a touchdown.
And that is Dunn that carried that ball.
Yes, that was Dunn.
Good job there, Dunn.
That almost reminded me of the...
Dunn has had a couple of big runs tonight, and look at the big people.
He had a 4th and 1 quarterback sneak that turned into a 35-yard touchdown. That was the only touchdown against Brother Martin earlier this year. So he almost took it to the house right there.
Nice call right there. And
look who's back in the game. 22.
22. He was in the backfield, but he wasn't involved in the play other than he acted like the ball was snapped over his head.
Yep. 22 gets it, cuts outside. And good yardage down inside the 5. Let's see where the ball is marked. Maybe they're looking all the way back to the 6.
22, Walter Samuel on the carry, forced out of bounds.
So that's a gain of
Jaden Colbert to the Sharks.
6. 2nd and 4.
2nd down. Spartans.
So, Jeff, you'd bring the big boys in there?
Do you get cute right here and try a little play action? You got a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Well, the big thing is you can get a first down. You got trips to the field. In here, Stugg with a tight end, I believe.
And they're going to talk about it. And so
I'm going to just tell you, I like the call because you know what this is, Jeff? Crucial.
Yep.
This is crucial.
So East Ascension trying to get their 6th win of the season. Let's look at their season overview. And they started out with a loss to Scotlandville. Then they lost to Brother Martin, but got it back on the forfeit. Then they beat Walker, and of course, you got the loss against Catholic High.
Walker didn't make the playoffs.
No, they didn't.
I thought they looked pretty good against East Ascension. And I know it was a big score and everything else, but I'm a little surprised, and I know they had some injuries and stuff like this.
But the
Well, Dutchtown's got to play really well tomorrow night, being there with Acadiana.
The thing that changed their season, though, was that Woodlawn game. Down 20-6 with about halfway through the third quarter and came back and won that one. That was one of the 2 or 3 best comebacks I've seen in Ascension Parish since I've been covering games. And it completely turned around the trajectory of their season.
There's a tight right here shot.
And it's Jupiter, and he's strung out, breaks a tackle, and he's down at the 2. Did he almost lose that ball?
He did lose the ball.
Yeah.
And look where it went out of bounds, and look what that down box is doing. Fixing to go from a 2 to a 1 here, Jeff.
Yep. So let's see if we can see it.
You know what this play reminded me of?
Yeah.
Last year's overtime play, Santa Monica EA game.
Yeah.
And I think it was Washington that called it
the game winner.
Yep. Little semi-reverse there.
Yep.
Get the big boy in there, Coach.
First and goal from the 1.5. And the Fridge is in. Tight formation. Samuel in the backfield. Pitch. And he's in.
Yes, he's in. Touchdown, Spartan.
How do you go for 2? It's 27-19. You don't go for 2 right here.
That's an 8-point lead.
Yeah, you go for the
extra point. A 9-point lead. One.
You go
extra point. And this is where I'm going to have to say it again. Kern's got to make this right here. This is a big kick for him.
He did miss one. Snap, kick, line drive. Good 9-point lead, 2-possession game.
2-possession right there. That's crucial. But hey, look, don't forget about what happened to the Ascension defense. This is going to be an interesting possession by Southwood.
So let's Southside. Let's take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome back. We've missed you. We know it's been tough. Because rebuilding your business isn't for the faint of heart. Your business needs a jump start. And we're here to help. Introducing Surge, symmetrical speed fiber internet from EATEL Business. Revved up data speeds at 30% off, plus 3 months free. We're glad you're back, and we're here to make your business surge.
(28-19) East Ascension with the answer. They needed an answer because Southside had dominated the second half until that point.
And I'm going to tell you, Kern, he's pointing, he's aiming to the down here where the chains are. He's not in a full approach. Popping it up right there.
Don't want that deep man to get it. And he breaks a tackle and gets to the 37, so they still get good field position. That was nearly a scare.
Yeah, well, the scare is that you know what those deep guys can do, and they've already shown it in this game.
So it's a 36. And the thing about this second half, almost all the yardage is right up the middle.
First and 10. Sharks.
They've had all the yardage on the ground. The only pass attempt was the 2-point conversion.
Boy, Walter Samuel, maybe not a lot of runs for yardage, but 3 touchdowns on the night. That's huge.
And that's a big hole, and this might be 6. And we're down to another touchdown for Tennessee.
Boy, what
he's got
a run by King.
Oh, he crowned him all right.
Boy, and I mean, we missed it right there. Just a little bitty opening. Somebody is not protecting their gap. In that A gap right there, it looks like to me maybe the B gap.
So now we'll see what they decide. Got that swinging gates, and they're going to kick the extra point. He missed the previous extra point. So Samuel's got 3 touchdowns. King's got 3 touchdowns. Extra point. Good. 28-26, 9:20 left to go. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School football game of the week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
28-26. It was a two-possession game, Swag. They needed a touchdown just to make it a one-possession game, and they needed more points after that. Well, they got their first possession right away. So Kenneth King, I remember a running back with the Raiders back in the day, Kenny King, who was really good, and he looks like him out there tonight.
He looks like the king right now.
And they're going for the squib, and it's going to go out of bounds. East
That's the 35-yard line.
I don't think either team wants to give up a special team score for the rest of the night. So now, East Ascension answered with a touchdown. They're right back on the field. If there's any advantage right here to the long touchdown, it's that Southside's defense kind of got pushed around a little bit on the last drive. Now they got to come right back on the field. Because Southside had the ball almost the entire third quarter. And that East Ascension defense is getting tired. Really tired. 9:20 left to go. Handoff. Nothing.
Little cut back there by Samuel. Not able to get in that hole quick enough.
22, Samuel on the carry.
I think that was Mouton.
Take it down, out of bounds by number 6 in the Sharks, Jalen Jones.
So Jones and Mouton on the tackle. Also won, 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11, Spartans.
2-point game. A field goal will win it for Southside, but East Ascension has the ball. There's plenty of time left. Southside trying to get their first ever playoff victory. Shotgun. Quick pass, caught. And he breaks a tackle, and he's got room, goes out of bounds. The ball goes out of bounds. They've gotten a couple of lucky breaks there with the ball going out of bounds. Brendan Thompson with the catch.
You see the white shirt Mitchell has on. A lot of times that ball gets slick on that white material right there.
Right. So Thompson loses it, but it goes out of bounds, and they're at midfield. East Ascension's moving again. All of a sudden, this has become an offensive battle. First half was not much of one. East Ascension did get 21 points. Southside's offense didn't do much in the first half, but they are running with authority in this second half, and now I think a timeout's going to be called by East Ascension.
Timeout, East Ascension.
And so we're talking about Southside, and they're trying to get their first ever playoff win. Let's look at their schedule and how they played this season. They were 2-3 at one point.
Shout out to all the Southside
they got beaten pretty bad by Notre Dame, Karen Crow, and Acadiana. But then look at that, 34, 44, 35, 34, 46. And that offense started rolling.
And in a big way. And, you see the scores that they have here tonight. Now, you look on the right-hand side of that, this is a lot of points right here that's been scored against them.
The only, Barb is the only district victory that they had where they gave up this many points, or more than this many points. The rest of them have been under this, so this is unusual for the second half of the season to give up a lot of points too. They've been playing good football.
I believe the Gilbert man has a lot to do with that.
Yep.
Big 99.
Absolutely. First and 10 at midfield. Jupiter in motion, and they're going to Jupiter. And he's got it or doesn't.
Incomplete pass, forward pass.
Yeah, I think that would hit the ground.
Pass incomplete.
Correct call. Second and 10. Looked like he would have gotten some good positive yardage there, so kind of unfortunate they could not connect.
Well, you know, you get it to the outside, and you guys, they got some nice-looking receivers, and you can out-physical sometimes the smaller cornerbacks.
So, 4 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. 2 left, 2 right, excuse me. There's Dunn. He's looking left. Now he rolls right. And tried to get it to kind of shot put it to Thompson, but cannot make the connection. Incomplete.
Dunn does a good job scrambling out of his thing. Got outside right there and thought he had the guy open. Nice defensive play.
Yep. Derek Collins, number 20. Big play in this game. East Ascension has not stopped Southside, and they're on the verge of giving this ball back if they cannot convert.
And the incomplete passes, notice the clock.
Yep.
It's not moving.
Keep it up, make some noise.
3 left, 1 right. Dunn looking left. Pass up for grabs and nearly intercepted. Wasn't picked off on the carry, no.
Vertical right down the middle.
Southside's going to get the ball back, and for the first time tonight, they will get a chance to take the lead.
Got to be breaking across that middle, I just believe.
They were trying to get it to Hobby, but it was just too short. But good coverage by Southside. Turn the punt. He needs a good one. He needs his best punt tonight.
Burns got to be saying, I got to get the ball off right here.
Roberts set to return.
And he got it off. And it's taken at the 5. And good job by the East Ascension defense, number 6. And that's Corey Johnson, the backup running back we saw, who made some big plays.
Big 41 right there. Takes the ball, Colbert. Does a good job right there, getting a few yards.
Yep.
Got a long ways here.
And I want to say,
and they've taken a long time, and they've taken a short amount of time.
I want to give another shout out to Corey Johnson, though, because he's had limited plays tonight. But he's made big plays every time he's had the ball, or made our plays on special teams as well. 1st and 10. Game on the line here. Handoff and traffic and nothing. And that time they answer us. Foster, number 1, down low.
Number 4, King on the carry. Taken down
Get King that time. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd down, Sharks.
And it looks like they may have to take a substitution. As number 36, Sidney Joseph, has to check out. He was saying he's okay, but they got to take him out for a play.
Number shortly. Be ready.
All right, 2nd and 10. No gain. 7.5. And there's motion.
Well, he got offsides, I believe. I believe when they went to a 3-point stance, that defensive tackle made that move forward, and your sideline judge saw that and immediately throws that flag.
And that was the guy who replaced Sidney Joseph. And Joseph comes back in now, but they just lost 5 yards on the penalty.
Tonight, they raised $472.
So you basically got 5 yards on first down.
$236 is going to the lucky winner.
And now Joseph checks out again, and they're going to bring back number 90. That's Juwan Carter.
They've been swinging the ball out here wide, and they got an advantage on them right here.
Pitch. Right side. 1st down. Long gain. 35.
Nobody made an adjustment defensive line-wise, and everybody could block down and get outside.
Ford.
I mean, look right here. There's nobody lined up right here. You got 3 guys looking for somebody to block.
Amazing story.
This guy's 5'5", 145, like a flea out there.
And he's running the right play. Get outside. All right, you got to still unbalanced to the right this time. Oh, they're going right.
Handoff. They go up the middle for about 3.
Number 4, Kenneth King on the carry.
They're not in a hurry. They got 3 timeouts and 7 minutes left.
Well, Jeff, it looks to me like they're lining it up in some unbalanced things. And to me, it seems like, they have an advantage to that side. I mean, here you got a tight end wing to the right side.
Handoff. No, keeps it. Now pitches it. And
might be the first pitch of the night and a big pitch.
Yeah.
Taken down out of bounds.
And it's scored again. And it's going to be 3rd and inches. No, first down.
Nice pitch by the quarterback right there.
Looked like a possible hold on the receiver, number 11, Brock Jones. Did not call it.
Same formation, tight end wing.
Handoff. 4 yards. 36. Sidney Joseph comes up with the football, but the ball was dead.
Taken down by number 36 of the Spartans.
Gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
6
minutes. Approaching 6 minutes left to go in this game. All the momentum on the Southside side.
Boy, this is nerve-wracking to me as a coach.
Yep.
Here it is. Got to slide people over.
Heavy right. Handoff. And it's going to be 3rd and about 4. This is what they want to do. Just run it.
Number 4, Kenneth King on the carry.
Still have not thrown the ball in the second half, except for the 2-point conversion. They're going to say, we got a. I think East Ascension got a beneficial mark there, as it's 3rd and 5, right at midfield. 5.5. 28-26. Keeper, quarterback, first down. Ball's on the ground. They got it. They have it.
Quarterback
Foster has it.
Little ISO play up in the B gap right there to the left side. At the first down. Oh, watch right here. Somebody right. Number 1.
He stripped it and
right there.
He stripped it and he got it.
Big play right there by Foster.
That might be a game saver.
I mean, I don't think they've run that play all night, and the quarterback was wide open right there on the quarterback ISO. Nice play right there, man. They had the first down.
Yes, they did. They had all the momentum, and interesting how things can change in just one play. East Ascension has it. 5:17 left to go. And there's a reverse and a good gain on first down. That's number 2, Ja'Cory Mitchell.
Most important thing, Jeff, stayed in bounds.
Yes.
Stayed in bounds. I saw him coming to the sideline, the short side of the field. I said, no, go out of bounds.
2nd down and 4. 4:45.
You got plenty of time right here. Try to use as much time as you want, Don.
8 on the play clock, like you said, Swag. And there's Samuel cutting outside, goes out of bounds. Oh, what would you say to him if he comes back to the sideline?
Well, this is what I would say. Don't run into the sideline.
22, Walter Samuel.
I mean, he's trying to get outside. I understand what he's doing. I just would not run into the sideline in this situation.
Did you see the replay? He was having trouble. He's got to come out. That's what happened. He's just trying to do something and he can't. And they're going tight.
Got plenty of time left.
Corey Johnson's going to be the back. 14 on the play clock.
The back is going to be the quarterback.
Yeah. You're right. 3rd down and it'll be 4th down and about 1.5 foot, I think.
I don't know. This guy on the right has a different spot than the one coming in.
I don't think either one of them has it enough. It's a 4th and a foot. It's about 1.5 feet. Now they push it back a little bit. Fourth and 2 feet.
Well, let the clock run.
The clock is not running. Now it is.
Make some noise.
Take your time right here, East Ascension.
You try to draw an offside. Call a timeout.
You're going to quarterback sneak right here.
Oh, flag.
Not good. Not good right there.
False start. Punting unit still not there, and now it is. Oh no, that's a costly penalty.
Yep.
4:06 left to go, and now you got the fans back in it.
Well, you got the fans in it right here, and you got the team in it.
Kern's got to get another nice one.
Good job. They're using as much time.
Gets it away. Line drive. Good job away from the
nice kick right
receiver
there.
Inside the 20.
Nice kick.
And now 3:41 away. One of these two teams.
Well, you got 3:41 and you have 3 timeouts. East Ascension has 1 timeout.
The winning number is
likely second round opponent for the winner tonight is Zachary. If East Ascension can win, they would get him at home.
2-9-3-4. That's 247.
So you're getting a home game with the number 1 seed on the line here for East Ascension. And their entire season. The season ends tonight, I believe. First down, handoff, and not much. They might have lost the ball. They did lose the ball. They lost it.
Ball loose, covered by East
The referee's pointing that East Ascension's got the ball.
Let's see.
It doesn't matter.
I can't see it from there, but he saw it.
Once again,
he's the nearest guy.
He doesn't have it. He's on the ground.
247, 2934.
This game's going to give me a heart attack, Swag.
2934.
This game.
That's all right. I'm certified CPR, buddy.
Good. 20-yard line. This game, the momentum shifts every 30 seconds, it seems like.
And it doesn't need, for East Ascension Spartans, it doesn't need to shift again. It's amazing that the mistakes and turnovers, how costly they've been in this game.
Dunn keeps it and wrestled down. Clock runs.
Number 8.
And now Southside will call a timeout. And we will keep it here. And let's talk about what we're going to get tomorrow night, because it's game 1 of the doubleheader. So we got another
game tomorrow night?
I don't know if I can handle it, man.
Oh, I'm excited.
Santa Ma, that's your old turf. You ready for that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be our game of the week tomorrow night. H.O. Bourgeois out of Houma, trying to keep their season alive after surviving the hurricane and all the other stuff. Now they get a road game against Santa Ma.
But didn't actually survive the hurricane, Jeff. The head coach, I think, lost his house, went to Texas, and did not come back.
Wow.
I think the athletic director's taking over the team.
Let's do it.
And you know as well as I've been from down that area, it is a crazy situation down there for everybody. Just trying to get your kid educated, much less playing sports.
Yeah. So Dunn calling the play, shotgun. Snap and a whistle. This is going to come another 5 yards.
Coach Darnell Lee's going to have a heart attack on that side.
Everybody's going to have a heart attack.
A lot of communication going on between that sideline and Dunn.
And they snapped the ball and he wasn't even looking. Second down and
not good right here. You know, come on, let's go. Let's get the ball. Let's run it right here. Make them use their timeouts, and your defense is going to have to win the game right here.
3:28. Southside has 2 timeouts left.
Don't be getting no tired on me.
And look, number 6. Remember I told you he's kind of quick. Maybe get him on the outside.
18 on the play clock. Ten, 9, 8, 7, snap, rolls, deep, receiver open, caught, touchdown!
Good call!
Jupiter!
They haven't run the play since the first quarter. Smash route. Nice throw.
Look
nice
at that.
Throw.
Jupiter with the touchdown.
I mean, right there on the money.
34-26.
John saying, I know I can complete this pass. Good job on a sprint out. He was throwing beginning of the year all the way across the field without a sprint out. Now Coach Lee's got him on the sprint out and just outmaneuvered that safety for the big score.
Extra point, crucial. Good. 35-26. Let's break. 3:21 left to go. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
So East Ascension 35 and Southside 26. 2-possession game, and East Ascension's got to make a stop.
What a call. And what a execution. Great blocking by the offensive line. And boy, I'm just telling you, the throw was on the money.
Absolutely. Turn to kick. Pooch. At the 21. And down. Ball's on the ground again. They've got it. They've got it.
What a tackle. What a tackle to get the ball jarred from the return guy. Let's see who it is.
Let's see.
6.
Ja'Cory Johnson, the backup.
Backup running back, right?
Yes. And he made the tackle on the last punt return.
Put me in the middle linebacker, Coach.
Swag, let me tell you this, because I'm going to tell you something right now. The last 4 times Southside has touched the ball, they dropped it. 3 turnovers in the last 4 plays.
I'm going to bat for my boy Kern. MVP, those little dinky kickoffs right there popped up over there where you don't have your money people carrying the ball. I mean, look at what Darnell he's looking at right here when he threw the corner route.
And there's a first down run up the middle. Ja'Cory Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson says, I can tackle and I can run.
Ja'Cory Johnson is just killing it. And number 21, let's give him recovery credit. Chase Boubet. We did that. We called him already, too. It's the same guy, Ja'Cory Johnson, Boubet. Ja'Cory Johnson may not get the game ball, but he deserves something out here tonight if they win it. And there's the reverse.
Nice
to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Ja'Cory Mitchell. Not Ja'Cory Johnson, Ja'Cory Mitchell. That time, 41-26.
Wow. And look, the outside people, tremendous on the blocking. They have to hold that block a long time for when that reverse or that little speed sweep comes around. It takes a little while to get there. Nice job on the outside.
Extra point. Good, 42-26, and we'll break one more time. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
Coach, I'm going to give you a roll call of some names. Right here. Corey Johnson, Antoine Foster, Troy Dunn, Xavier Jupiter. All these guys have just taken over this game. And the turnovers and the touchdowns, and don't forget Corey Mitchell right there, too.
And look, I'm going to just tell you, look at the pop-up right here. Look at the band.
And he holds on.
Nice job. You know, and I'm going to have to give credit also. The defense in opening up, they gave a long drive, a long play, and have basically shut them down since then.
Yep.
And a lot of it has to come with causing turnovers, fumbles, but that all counts in that situation.
So we're at a point right now, it's still a two-possession game, 16. 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions as a penalty is going to push Southside back. So that's another bad break for them. But with 2:34 left to go, and they're going to have an extended drive. If East Ascension we're at the point where if East Ascension gets the ball back, it's basically done. Not quite, but it's pretty close.
So 2-possession game with 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversion.
And there's the quarterback keeper. Good gain on first down. No quit in this team. Baptiste.
Another team, Baptiste on the keeper.
And it's just
a tall kid. He's just not a lot of weight on him, but he moves pretty nice for a tall kid.
2-10.
Better stay alert in that secondary. There it
is. Swack, you called it. Deep and contact. Incidental, no flag. Overthrown. Goes to Sonye, incomplete. Incidental contact.
I need to look at this again because it looked like he got sandwiched between 2 guys.
Yep. So it looked like Broussard and 27, Lamar Bolden.
Well, the receiver didn't come up saying anything. I'm just not real certain on that.
Yeah, 3rd and short, 2-1. And pitch and first down. And that's the slot back, Aaron Ford, number 2.
Aaron Ford in the short
and
carry.
We have a whistle, and Southside's going to call a timeout.
Well, you know what? That key right there was to make that first down. I would like to see them line up and run another play pretty quick because that clock's going to stop after the first down.
I kind of question why they would call that right there. And now you're definitely in a situation where one timeout left, where if East Ascension gets the ball, it's over. So as long as East Ascension doesn't give up an onside kick after a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, they're in pretty good shape right now. So it's not even close to being over, though, because Southside scored on one-play drives before. So it's just been a wild one. And I tell you what, this was sometimes you don't get a good 16-17 match. This is a 16-17 match. These two teams are
this match
really
is
close.
a lot closer than that score indicates right now.
It just the 3 turnovers, just like that, boom, 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 just changed this game. Southside had a chance when it was driving to win this game just 5 minutes ago.
Got to be throwing the ball.
And there it is. And they're going deep. And receiver the DB had position right there. You can't call a penalty there.
Well, you know, it was a double move right there.
That's for number 11, Brock Jones, incomplete.
Keith Thomas on the coverage.
And Thomas right there. Excellent job on the coverage. You know, these DBs are sitting here going, we haven't really had to do a whole lot in this game.
No.
Not a lot of passing, not a lot of outside runs. Had a couple of times we had to chase the king man.
Yep. So 2nd and 10, 1:43 left to go. That clock just running. I know it's stopped right now, but just running out of time. And there's a pitch. And dragged down from behind by Lee. And number 4 as a flag goes down.
2-4 on the carry.
And the tackle also made by Robertson.
Well, the flag goes down
on the far side. Away from the play. It looked like Aiden Joseph was making contact with somebody. They may call a personal foul against Joseph, or they may call a hold against. I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, you had a perfect situation where you tackle the guy inbounds.
Personal foul. Okay, I knew it was going either way. It was going to be a personal foul. Aiden Joseph was on one side of it. He was the victim. It's just not. I'll tell you what. Southside has played a great game here tonight. They fought all the way back. They were down 21-0 at one point.
And
they got it to a point where they were driving for the lead.
One play got them going was that return for a touchdown.
And then it just imploded. And East Ascension just took over. And getting ready for the screen. Caught. King. Oh, he's got all day. He might go. He is going to go. And this game's not over, folks. This game is not over.
Nice play.
Touchdown.
Perfect setup.
Nobody got over there. You look at your lineman downfield. Outstanding job by the lineman.
Flag on the play.
And now they're saying flag on the play, and everybody's coming back. I never saw a flag. Now you see one in midfield.
Well, did somebody call a lineman downfield? I hope not. Because
if we look at the replay, there was a EA defender down around midfield, and somebody, I think, came down on him. There may have been a block in the back right there, but there was an EA defender down at about midfield. I don't know if we can see it on the replay again. You got it, Andre? Look, watch. When they get to about midfield, there's a defender on the ground. Right there. That might be where they called it. Keith Thomas was down, may have been blocked in the back. Oh, boy. Mistakes. Just too many mistakes.
You're blocking a man that's on the ground.
Yep. Thank you, Andre, for the replay. Man, that's just perfect. 1:21 left to go. And now it's definitely a situation where it's getting crucial. Southside is a good team that just can't get out of their own way right now. Just can't get out of their own way. Delay a game. That's what I'm talking about. After a penalty, the play clock runs out. It's tough. It's a big pressure situation, man. East Ascension answered the bell. But this game's still not over. And there's a reverse. And breaks a tackle, but here comes some other guys, and Foster pushes him out of bounds. And a flag, that's 15. Just let him go out of bounds, man.
Sonia on the carry.
That's all you have to do.
By number 1, Foster. Flag on the play.
Well, it's a shame when you end in the game with flags like this.
Yep.
That was a late hit.
Yep. It was. We didn't have to push him out of bounds.
Then we got another flag over here on something. Looked like the official was pointing at the...
EA's clapping, so it might be offsetting. So East Ascension trying to get their first road playoff win since 2016. They beat Ruston 38-14. We were right on top of all the calls. the authority on high school football in Ascension Parish. Has all the information. He's been to all the games. He knows all the stats. It's great to have him.
We got a ton of things here from Lyle.
Yep.
I mean, you know, he's got, I didn't even want to go into this, who's won the most coin flips.
So it's third down. I guess after all of this, we kind of got lost in the down and distance after all that. Now they're saying they just moved the marker from third to fourth.
We had that same situation in the first
Yeah,
half.
I'm not quite sure what happened. I guess the penalty was on. I know they called the flag out of bounds. I don't know. Quarterback pressure complete, first down.
See that? You got to go out of bounds.
Yeah, he stayed in bounds.
That's good to Sonia.
It does stop the clock momentarily.
By 26 of the Spartans.
We're almost at a minute.
And the result of that play is another Southside first down.
Nice little pitch and catch on the sideline right there.
And he's tackled by Perfect and Holden. First down at the 46. Quarterback rolls to his right. Throws it. Incomplete. And that was intended for number 11, Brock Jones. Clock stops at 57.
Well, that's your true sprint out days when you sprint out from under center. That's a long run right there.
Second and 10. Ascension with a 16-point lead. Quarterback rolls out, looks left, screen pass. Complete. King inbounds. They'll have to call their final timeout.
Report.
Maybe.
On the reception. Taken down by number 43.
Now they're calling signals in real quick.
Yep.
That's the man you want to throw to on the screen. That's for certain.
The clock stopped at 30, and now it's at 35 and rolling. And they're just running out of time. It's enough for a first.
Well, you wanted a first, but you were hoping that you would break that right there, and it just didn't happen.
And they still have that timeout in their pocket. 24 seconds. East Ascension getting closer and closer to a win in the first round.
Got to be vertical here.
17-16. Not using that timeout. Quick pass. And that's incomplete. 11 seconds left.
For Sonia, incomplete.
Not calling it yet because there's so many things that can happen, Swag, but it's looking like East Ascension could pull this one out. It was 28-26 with 4.5 minutes or so remaining and a fumble as Southside was driving for the lead. And since then, it's been all East Ascension. And that's going to perhaps run out the clock. 2-1-0. East Ascension with. And they're going to play at home next week, likely against Zachary.
And speaking of home, we will be in the pit tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
HL Bourgeois coming up from the Terrebonne area to play the Santa Maria Gators. And Santa Maria's trying to make it 2 for 2. Get into the playoffs, and then also Dutchtown's going to be involved also trying to make it 3 for 3 in the playoffs. They have a tough opponent, boy, Acadiana. That's going to be big.
So East Ascension and Southside, they're just going to meet in midfield, and they're not going to shake hands, but they're going to just recognize each other, and that's a good show of sportsmanship. And so they're going to play next week, and so we get to stay at home next week, perhaps, right? And Santa Maria, they've got a first-round game tomorrow that you talked about. Dutchtown has a first-round game against Acadiana. So all three teams in Ascension still alive.
Ascension Catholic.
Yeah.
You know,
Number 47.
I talked to Brian Richardson, and I think they're hoping if they got to travel tomorrow down to Patterson, but if they win that game, they're going to be at home. I think, and they think they might have to turf it.
That would be beautiful. And I just want to give one more shout out to some of the guys that saved this game and changed it when it looked like Southside was going to pull it off. Antoine Foster with the strip and the fumble recovery. That changed everything.
No doubt about it.
Then you had the running back, Corey Johnson with the big runs and the fumble and the big hits. Then you had the big pass from Troy Dunn all the way to the end zone to Xavier Jupiter. Then you had the reverse from Ja'Cory Mitchell. All these guys, Bouvet with the fumble recovery. There's a lot of Spartans that saved this game.
And I'm going to just tell you, Dunn is not done.
Nope.
You know, he's got a lot left in him, and it was very, very nice to see him come back after a very not good game, and he'd probably be the first to tell you that, and had a spectacular game. And as a senior, basically, you showed me a lot of leadership right there and rising to the occasion.
And what I want to say, too, Walker Samuel carries his team a lot of the time. He did against Woodlawn. He could not carry the load tonight. He was injured. And guess what? About 7 or 8 Spartans came in and took his load.
You are right there. Good statement right there, Jeff. And over there, East Ascension singing the alma mater. Those Spartan fans were all fired up on the other side, just like the Southside fans on this side. I tell you what,
kudos to Southside.
High school football is so doggone great in the state of Louisiana.
And kudos to Southside. King was just a beast out there, and they had a great game, but just couldn't pull it out in the end. So let's wrap it up, Swag. I got school in the morning, man. Got to drive back home. You do too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we didn't even get to the middle school stuff. We'll talk about that tomorrow. All right. So Southside loses to East Ascension. East Ascension with the road victory at the 17 seed. They stay alive, and we'll see them next week. But let's wrap it up. 42-26. Jeff Porish, Coach Swack. You've been watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.